Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Freeze, don't shoot. We'll have some shooters in here soon, so we can talk about it. I just got back from shopping. Mike B up in this, what up? I just got back from shopping, ran some errands. We about to get real organized around these parts. Not just on the channel, but me and my personal life. So the more organized, like I'm doing some deep spring, summer cleaning, getting rid of a lot of old clothes, gonna be donating them. I'm trying to consolidate. Doesn't make sense having a whole bunch of stuff. Shout out to the one, he said, I'm finally on time for a live stream, always working, never have time to watch the live stream live. Yeah, I just do them periodically, I don't really schedule them, so it's just kind of when they are. Listen, we working, people. Smash the like button. Get up out your seats. Get up out your seats. Eminem is the GOAT. Yeah, Eminem's definitely up there. Eminem can spit though. There's no doubt about that. Smash the like button, people. We grinding, we working. Oh, I got a question for y'all. Listen, I gotta get back more active, so I'm gonna get back in the gym, probably. Don't even feel like it, cause it's been a minute. Hold on, let me turn this on. You know the chickadees be texting your boy while he try to live stream. I be like, get up off me, get off my 77, get off my 77. But I need help from y'all. I just want to do at least something because I haven't been active. I used to, and see, this is the thing. When you do this type of shit, like if you watch a YouTuber, watch their weight could fuck around and fluctuate because the level of activity, especially if they don't cover fights and stuff like that, and they're not out and about, you got to monitor that because you know we spend a lot of time like sitting put. Mike B said, looking for hookers to punch in the mouth with a roll of quarters. All right. First of all, there's a dude named Captain Small Dick. So I can't really argue with you when your name is that. Second of all, he's telling me what to do. He said I need to stop overhyping Spence. But your name is Captain Small Dick. What do I need to learn from you? Your name is Captain Small Dick. Like, come on, bro. Like, why would you think that somebody like Young Credentials needs advice on what to do from someone named Captain Small Dick? Like, honestly. Why? Shout out to 1999. He said, I'm a fan of your videos, bro. Keep up the good work. At least he's honest. Yeah, but that's weak. You know what I'm saying? That's weak to put that as your username. That's weird. You know what I mean? But anyway, see, this is what we're talking about in boxing. This is probably not gonna be a live stream because I went and got all these like supplies and stuff so I could do some, like I said, organization. I don't have time for a bunch of like kid games right now. So if it's not, you know what I'm saying, I just have to see how the stream goes, but I'm not gonna be on here if it's like a bunch of just wasting time type shit. I've already definitely done it. Look, he tried to come back. Why they be coming back to my shit so much though? Like, you guys shot. My shotters clapped you. How do they keep respawning? I just don't get it. Why would you even want to keep coming back and you're not allowed? Like, you keep, my shooters keep, they keep clapping you as soon as you touch down. You're like, bah, oh shit, Small Dick, bah, oh. Like, as soon as you come here, why? What is the fun in that? They really be coming back with the same name and shit. I don't know, man. That's beyond me. Motherfucker. Captain Small Dick is back. New media, man. These dudes is crazy, bro. Man, they just keep coming back. Like, these AJ protectors, it's like crazy. Like, they won't give up, and they're thinking of like the most outlandish excuses because what's happening is you have multiple forces working against you with this Joshua Wilder situation. You got Barry Hearn getting his Miranda rights read. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have Eddie Hearn, who's doing the most talking and the most interviews, so he has a variety of different interviews where he said this and said that. Then you have AJ doing little posts. He on some monkey bars hanging upside down, talking about the contracts ain't signed. He's waiting for signatures. What are you guys doing? Like, like, really, I'm not even, this is no shade to anyone. What are you guys doing? Like, I'm just being real. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys are really trying to come from behind and and sweep, like, just at least wait till it's over and then try to sweep the shit up. But if every time you walk, it's like Coming to America. Remember when the royal entrance, they would throw the rose petals down? That's like you try to pick up rose petals one by one. You know what I'm saying? You just let them keep going, leave their whole trail, and then maybe sweep it up after. But you going to pick them up one by one. Oh, I got this one. And then they're dropping them as they walk. They're dropping rose petals. The rose petals in this situation are fucking lies or inconsistencies or loopholes or things that need clarification and don't make sense. And you're going to pick up one rose petal. Oh, okay, so you got these 4 rose petals, but as they're walking, they're just throwing them. And you guys are really trying to vouch for this. This shit is funny to me. It's like, y'all look crazy. Man, when's the last time I looked this crazy? Was something I was saying. Was something I was really riding for. You know, to this day, y'all motherfuckers hate black fighters. A lot of y'all, not a lot of y'all, but the racist motherfuckers, we know who we talking about, right? And you still haven't proven, like, I don't rate a fighter because they're black. But if there are a lot of talented black fighters, for example, then I'm not going to shit on them because you want me to shit on them. And the fighters that I've really represented and told y'all to check for and told y'all, damn, that's that dude. Look at how they're holding up for themselves. Like Errol Spence. I told y'all way long time before he was ever a champion. I said, watch this dude. He looking special. I'm hearing so much from Floyd Mayweather's, fighters in the Mayweather gym, Freddie Roach, all types of people. Plus what I see in my eye, I'm like, watch that dude. Terence Crawford. I told y'all about Crawford when he had dreads when he still had the twisty dreads, right? When he had dreads, bro. And I told y'all, check for Crawford. He's looking special to me. And look, they're still to this day undefeated. And this is years ago we're talking about. But listen to the fighters that the I guess you want to call mainstream media or old media or whatever. Listen to who they put on that pedestal. They say Lomachenko, he got a loss though. He no longer undefeated. He lost his second fight. But he's still a good fighter. But a worse example would be Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. They were literally comparing him to Floyd. This man Floyd been in the game like 20 years, probably longer than some of y'all was watching boxing if you're really young, you know what I mean? Or yeah, if you were born in a certain period. And they steadily challenge this man's resume, who he's fought, who he's beat, when he beat him, and all this shit. But had the nerve to say Chocolatito is about to pass his record. And then he got close to, I guess, passing it with a far lesser resume. And then he got beat and knocked down. And then he went to avenge it in the immediate rematch. So props to him for taking the immediate rematch. And then he got stopped. And now he's gained a lot of weight and he hasn't come back since. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff we're dealing with. This is the level of like intellect that people want to have. So it's not the black channel. It's not about the black channels. You're not disproving what nobody is saying, y'all. And then on top of that, look at how wrong these dudes be. Chocolatito, he's the number one. Kovalev, no one can beat him, and then Ward beats him twice. The first one's too controversial for you. He does it again. Y'all still make excuses. What are we talking about, people? Some of y'all gotta wake up. I stay woke. No dose. Stay woke. Crazy. Can y'all hear? Because the chat just stopped moving. If y'all can hear, put the number 5. It's weird. The chat every so often just stops. I guess nobody's typing at that exact minute. It's weird. Because normally my chats be where there's a continual commenting process. Shout out to Kenny Linder. He said people are just listening. I'm just saying, like, these situations, just look who comes out on the losing side more often than not. Juan Cuellar says fag. Listen, it's always the motherfuckers it's always motherfuckers projecting. Who's the fag? Like, where did that even come from? You know what I'm saying? Y'all some internet people. Oh, you're a fag. What are you even talking about? And then they be the same one, what is his name? Juan Cuellar, be the same motherfucker. I've had my shit pushed in, bro. Big time. They be the same one that had their shit pushed in, but then calling the next man. Like, stop it. How are there 2 dislikes already? Because they got their shit pushed in. And I haven't. You know what I'm saying? And they mad. Yeah, Juan definitely had this shit pushed in. I didn't do it. I wasn't there for it. I just know. Because that's what they do. I've had my shit pushed in, bro. Big time. These dudes are crazy. Just saying shit. I had someone said, "Oh yeah, I seen your bitch ass." He said, "I seen your bitch ass at the Golovkin-Vanis Martirosyan fight." Well, why gotta be all that? And if you see me at the fight, why you wait till a month later and tell me you see me at the fight? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. I'm telling y'all, don't get some internet shit twisted. Please don't do that. Please don't get the internet. I'm not even just talking me. I'm just saying in general. This internet shit is not what you think. Straight up, it is not what you think. Not everybody is built the same. Not everybody is taught the same. You know what I mean? Not everyone, like, some people live by certain codes, and if you overstep those boundaries, I'm trying to tell y'all, especially y'all young bucks, you know what I'm saying? And you overstep certain boundaries and certain lines are crossed. Like, you know what I mean? Talking about people's families and wives and kids, and you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell y'all. Young MV says, "Niggas talk a lot of shit, but that's after I'm gone, cause they fear me in the physical form. Let it be known I'm troublesome." Shout out to Ronald Finkley. We the army. But let's talk about it. Eddie Hearn did an interview with Fight Hype. He talked about Amir Khan, Terence Crawford potentially fighting. Hearn says Khan's a tough fight for Terence Crawford. Styles make fights. There's certain styles where Terence Crawford is unbeatable, but Amir Khan is a good style to try and beat Crawford. All those guys would be happy to take Amir Khan fight, and he still has the pull and the drive to be in those big fights. Listen. New media egos army. Khan's a good dude, you know, met him and shit. He was at Virgil's. I don't know where he's training now. I seen him at 10 Goose. I don't know if that's his permanent gym or if he's back in the UK training. But listen. But no one believes you. His name is Andre, son of Groin Ward. And he says, "I actually think Khan beats Spence." But with a goofy ass name like that, nobody really respects what you talking about either way. Because you got some little kid name. But listen. Khan versus Terence Crawford, I've been telling y'all since last year. LSI, let's see it. Okay, if you like this is what's, I don't know, it's becoming like an epidemic in boxing where you have promoters, trainers, or the fighter or whoever. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I think I can beat him," or "Yeah, Khan's a tough fight." Then why'd you make Khan versus fucking what's the name, Samuel Vargas? If he's the tough fight for Terence Crawford. Which, okay, you could argue that. Fine, whatever. But my thing is, why would you make Samuel Vargas then? If you, in your heart of all hearts, feel like Khan has what it takes to beat Terence Crawford, why you make Phil LaGreco? Why you make the Samuel Vargas? Samuel Vargas got clapped by, he had a loss before Errol Spence, got knocked out by Errol Spence, then he got knocked out by Danny Garcia. So every time he stepped up to a big name, he lost by knockout. So I think he has like 3 losses. You know what I mean? A loss don't define you. See Badu Jack. A loss doesn't necessarily have to define you, but at the end of the day, he hasn't done it. He doesn't look like Badu Jack just had that one thing, that one incident with Finley or whatever, and then ever since that, he's been like back. You know what I'm saying? He's been just working at his craft. Had some draws here and there, became a champion a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting tired of the politics. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Amir Khan, he could trouble Terence Crawford. Okay, let's see it. It's a good fight. I would favor Crawford in that fight, me personally. But I'm not above seeing it. Let's see it. I could be. Listen, fight predictions. I'm either right or I'm gonna be wrong. So let's see it. I don't have nothing against either one of them. Let's see it. LSI. Just like the person that just super chat, make the fight. Exactly. That's his name, and that's how I feel right now. Shout out to you. Super chat $2. It says show and support ego. Much love. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? But it's like, look at Tyson Fury. I like Fury too. I'm not like trying to like outcast myself and seem like I'm hating every fighter or whatever. But it's just, it gets cumbersome. Like Tyson Fury, like, oh, Joseph Parker's a wooden top. Anthony Joshua's wooden top. I'll beat Deontay Wilder. He's a bum. And then you fight Safari. You know what I mean? Tony Bellew said he has a better resume at heavyweight than Wilder. But you fight Wilder. You know what I'm saying? People would be like, oh, Wilder ain't beating no one except for Luis Ortiz. Okay, you fight Luis Ortiz then. Luis Ortiz was 40, 48, 49, 1,000 years old. Okay, you fight him then. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what I've been on lately. Probably since last year. Let's see it. Amir Khan, that's a good fight for Crawford. You know what I mean? It'll sell better than fighting. Like, I watched the Mean Machines last fight in Fresno, and it wasn't like the type of performance that, even though he has power, it's not the type of performance that would have garnered him a sellable Terence Crawford fight where people would be like, yeah, we got to see Crawford fight this because his profile's not really that big. You know what I mean? So it'd just be kind of like an in-between fight if they make that next. So Amir Khan brings a lot more to the table, silver medalist and a bigger name, so it'd be a bigger money fight. Each. So like that's just what I'm on. Like Eddie Hearn saying, oh, it'll be a tough fight for him. Put that on DAZN. I'll buy it. Listen, for Amir Khan, I'll tell you right now, here's what I would buy Amir Khan on DAZN for. Amir Khan versus Adrian Broner. I just personally like it. Stylistic, you say whatever you want about both. I personally like the stylistic matchup. Amir Khan versus any champion, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia winner. I'll if that's on DAZN, I'll sign up for that. Terence Crawford, he's a champion. I would sign up for any of the championship fights. Khan trying to get a title in the new division. Right? Amir Khan versus Adrian Broner. I personally like that stylistically. So I would, if that's on DAZN, count me up. Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Right? Sign me up. Because they were, even though they should have been fought when at least Kell Brook was undefeated, whatever they didn't, I'll still pay for it. Right? And then beyond that, there might be a couple people that I'm missing, like Pacquiao Matisse winner or something like that. I'll probably get it for that, depending on how they look. If Pacquiao and Matisse look like shit and it goes a distance, then I'm not really interested. But if someone knocks the other person out or looks real good in the Pacquiao Matisse, I would get that on DAZN. So that's the thing. That's what I'm on. If DAZN puts on stuff like that, I don't have no problem getting it, or at least for a couple of months. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing, DAZN has to sustain that. I'm not gonna have nothing being debited out of my account to watch Josh Kelly versus Carlos Molina. I love Josh Kelly, but I have to catch the replay. You know what I mean? Because all this shit adds up. ESPN Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, I have Vimeo. Everybody's trying to have a subscription, so. To me, that's how it is. It just depends on the what matches you put on. But Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Broner, Amir Khan versus any champion, Terence Crawford, any of those would help DAZN tremendously. But it's like people name drop. Like, oh, Amir Khan's a tough fight for Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford, you probably would favor him to beat Jeff Hearn. He did beat Jeff Hearn. And now he's free, and I seen it on his Instagram today. He just had he was at a picnic or something with his family. So instead of doing a fight hype interview and saying, oh, he's tough, and before Terence Crawford gets into deep negotiations with somebody, let's see if we can make that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. Because I mean, I don't think many people are anticipating Khan losing to Samuel Vargas, and if he does lose to Samuel Vargas, then that's going to be a major hit to his career. So see if you could start like the negotiation process to fight Crawford. But it's like people don't want to do that. They just want to bring it up, get people interested in name drop with no intentions of fighting him. That's what it seems like. If you're that confident, make Amir Khan versus Terence Crawford. You think it's a tough fight? Great. Let's see it. I would love to see it. I'll pay for it. Whatever. Khan versus Jeff Hearn, that's not bad, but Jeff Hearn looked like shit in his last fight with Crawford. So, I mean, that definitely lost some allure. But stylistically, it's a good fight because I don't consider Khan the same style of boxer as Terence Crawford. He don't know how to clinch and hold you, and I don't know if he's even strong enough to clinch and hold somebody who's like a maniac, like a Maidana. I mean, even though he fought Maidana, listen, if he would have rematched Maidana that beat Broner, I would have picked Maidana to beat Khan. That's just me, because I think Maidana had improved. That's just me. Boxing is me. Ego, what's good, bro? What up? Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's do a quick roll call. I just want to see where y'all at. Hearn definitely can give Khan problems just because it's style. Because it's a weird style. He's awkward enough. He's strong enough. And Khan, you know what I mean? People question his chin or whatever. So he would have to matador him and box smart. I love Maidana. 71801. Raleigh, North Carolina. Detroit, 713. H-Town. H-Town, get down. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Harlem World. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Shout out to Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to the Chi, Chicago, 504, the NO. Y'all got to fight out that way. Regis Prograde next week. Shout out to Oakland. Ooh, shout out to Maya. She look cool. Are you a catfish? Don't be having me looking at somebody else's picture. Hartford, Connecticut, VT, El Salvador. He said he's in El Salvador working with the impoverished. See, that's how we get down, the Ego Army. We try to give back to the communities, and I appreciate that, and I respect that. Washington, D.C., 202. Shout out to Melbourne, Florida, 317, Naptown. He on the night shift. Shout out to Cleveland this evening. Ohio up in this, Kansas City. Birmingham, England. What about Pac-Man versus Lucas? Shout out to Canada. 909 Redlands, California. North motherfucking Philly. Hey, North Philly, I heard it's kind of bad. I heard North Philly got some shit. Hey, North Philly got some shit for you, Ock. But shout out to North Philly. Jacksonville, Florida. Guatemala, I see you. Damn, North Philly, shout out to Huntington Park, Kensington. You will get dealt with if you fuck around with the fuck around. Hey, I heard about them spots. Shout out to Philly, man. But I'm sure Philly has some really nice spots too. Shout out to Netherlands, Bronx, Denver. We got 2 Bronx back to back. Shout out to BX. BX. Shout out to you, Ego. Stay on their neck, OG. France. Man, I got to come out there. I got to come out to France. That sounds fun. All right, before we get back into the boxing talk, question for you guys. Bluetooth headsets. I'm looking for something. I don't care if it's wired or wireless, but I'm looking for something. I'm probably going to start trying to work out at least a little bit because it's been a minute. Shout out to the Bay Area, Frisco. Hey, you know LA up in this. What are the best headsets? It could be in-ear, preferably something that's not going to slide and fall off when you're doing workouts, you know? So it'll be around the ear, in the ear. I'm not really tripping. I got some like, I got like Beats and shit, but I'm not trying to take these. They kind of big, you know what I mean? These are big. And I got a little cheap pair too, a cheaper pair from Amazon. But I'm not trying to have them the big ones because, like, I don't know. I just feel like they're not gonna stay on. You go to dumbbell press or whatever. Damn, everybody talking about them Bose quality. Bose be expensive too. Okay, I heard about the Jaybirds X3. Bose is used by the NFL. Bose is the best? Damn. Anybody know the Bose model? Like, I'm looking for like in-ear ones preferably. I think I'm gonna try that out. Shout out to H-Town. He said lines only. He from the 7-1 tree. Man, I love Texas. Texas be riding for their state. I had a good experience at the Errol Spence fight. Bose Baller. All right, I'm gonna look into those. Bose is quality shit. Hold on, you said Bose has shitty quality or what? Or what are you saying, passive student? Shout out to Maya. She said Bose sound sport free. All right, I'll be able to watch this in the replay and then get these ideas because I need to cop something. I need to cop some cool sound, something that's not gonna move around all crazy. Thank you guys for your suggestions. See, this, like, man, I tell you, I'm trying to do something different. I really feel like we're a real life family. We're a real life community. We don't always have to get along. We don't always have to share the same views. So you hear motherfuckers talk about, oh, you get blocked if you have a different view. That's bullshit. Alfonso, what do you like better, the Jaybird? To me, I already have some Beats, so I don't think I'm gonna get the Beats because I heard mixed reviews about it and the ratings. It's weird. You know what's crazy? I was on Amazon just kind of looking, and the ratings are extremely low for like most of these headphones. And it's hard. See, this is what I hate about ratings. This is what I hate about the ratings. Sometimes people go to Amazons and places like that are like Yelp or like Amazon, where it's like people rely on the ratings to help them pick restaurants or product and stuff. And then they'll give the shit a low rating, but they had a personal problem. I don't like that. Because I want to know about like the build quality, how's it sound? And they'll be like, yeah, I got this refrigerator and the guy from Best Buy delivery team, he didn't take off his shoes and he farted in my kitchen. Like, that's something specific. Why you gonna give the Samsung Frigidaire fridge a bad review? Because the Best Buy motherfucker, the delivery guy, farted in your kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. Like, I want you to rate the product. Because some of this shit had low reviews. And it was like, it was weird shit. It was like, it had nothing to do with the real product. Yeah, I was reading the reviews too. But it was just like stupid shit. It was like, oh yeah, my headphones, I dropped it one time and it broke. Like, that's your fucking fault. How's that Dr. Dre's fault because you dropped it and broke it? How you gonna give it a 1 star? You gonna blame Dre for that? You gonna, oh shit, and drop it and then blame Dre for, hell yeah. So you have to watch out for them reviews, because some of the people be like putting shitty reviews for stuff, and it's more of a personal problem. But like, yeah, my ear canal is extra shallow, so they were hurting me. Like, okay, nobody else got their little tight pussy ass ears like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else got this fucking virgin ears you got. You know what I'm saying? Alfonso, which ones you talking about? What headphones? Passive students say, ego, you stupid. Hey, I'm just honest. People be having personal problems. Yeah, I got the Beats by Dre and my period started. Like, what the fuck? I don't get periods. So this whole rating don't have nothing to do with me. Like, my period started, so I got angry because the headphones went on sale, but I paid for them at full price and my period had started. So why did I pay extra and my period? Like, man, you talking about personal shit. I want to know how they sound, how they feel, how they fit, build quality. You talking about your menstrual cycle? Like, this shit is crazy. Like Eminem said, don't go taking your period out on me, cause I ain't did shit to you. I see that I'm put to the test, battling this chick with no breasts. This whole crowd looks suspicious. It's all dudes in here, except for these bitches. Tell me about the headphone. Analogy be funny as fuck. This nigga need help. Y'all know I'm being real. That's why, man, smash the like button. We real out here. Hey, we real out here. You heard me? Alright. Bars. Alright, thank you guys. I'm gonna check into those headphones. We just working. This a little light stream. Just a little light. Thank you, Antoine James. Eddie done lost his damn pompous mind. Man, this man Joshua hanging upside down at the gym. Eddie Hearn saying Amir Khan is the tough fight for Crawford, and Crawford's not unbeatable. But then he matched Amir Khan with Phil LaGreco and an inactive Phil LaGreco too, if I'm not mistaken, because he was cooking. Phil LaGreco had the cooking show on YouTube, so how is he active? I mean, he might have been active with the uploads, the YouTube uploads. He might have been getting some views there, but he wasn't an active fighter. And this is after Errol Spence had already stopped him too. Like, do you guys realize that Amir Khan's last two fights, or once he fights this dude, have been Errol Spence leftovers? See, y'all full of shit. That's why I don't even like some of y'all. I don't even like some of y'all, because y'all not real fans. Like, you know, like the AJ protectors that happen to be from the UK, not the whole UK, but the ones that happen to be from UK, they won't bring that up. They won't bring up how Amir Khan from the UK is fighting Phil LaGreco, who got stopped by Errol Spence. And you say Errol Spence has a bum-ass resume, but Errol Spence stopped him, and then Khan stopped him after Errol Spence. After he had, I thought he wasn't even boxing because he had the cooking channel. I thought, you know, he was about to do a double album with Martha Stewart, and I didn't even know he was boxing. I thought he was doing the cooking shit, you know what I mean, on the Food Network. And then he's fighting Samuel Vargas, another guy that Errol Spence stopped. But y'all, I don't hear the AJ protectors that are from the UK, I don't hear them saying that Amir Khan is fighting Errol Spence's leftovers. Meanwhile, if Wilder fights Dominic Brazil, then they're going to say he's AJ's leftovers, even though that's his mandatory. Hey, UK, I love y'all, but we need some answers. Tyson Fury just kissed a man and fought a cruiserweight, but he been gone for a while. Khan was gone for a while, but I think Phil LaGreco was your tune-up. Then you could step it up to, like, you know, here's what I think would have been a better fight than Samuel Vargas. That's reasonable, because I don't think it's reasonable to put Amir Khan off of that long of a layoff and only 40-second fight, his last fight. I don't think he should fight a champion straight away, because he needs to get some rounds in. So here are some very reasonable fights. I would have said Amir Khan, Josecito Lopez. Amir Khan versus Adrian Granados. Granados didn't get, he fought Javier Fortuna or whatever, but he was in camp and it didn't really go distance because Fortuna fell out the ring all crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be an excellent fight. See how Khan does against Granados versus Sean Porter and Broner, right? Granados is always game. Amir Khan versus Victor Ortiz. They fought in the amateurs. That would be a good fight. No, I'm trying to find other guys that don't have the biggest names, because I think Amir Khan should probably build to that. Or Amir Khan, Jesse Vargas, exactly. Those are all fights that I think are better than Samuel Vargas. If you're gonna fight a Vargas, fight Jesse Vargas, right? Fight Josito Lopez. Fight Victor Ortiz. Rematch from the amateurs. At least they got names. Maybe even fight Brandon Rios just based on the style, because Danny Garcia, to me, he has great timing, impeccable timing, and more power at 47 than Khan. So just because Brandon Rios got knocked out by Garcia, that doesn't mean that Khan absolutely would knock him out. It would just be different. But Rios is much slower than Khan, but he's rugged and he has good pop. And you know what? Truth be told, I feel bad for Brandon Rios. Here's why. Because he wasn't doing half bad versus Danny Garcia. See, people forget that. When Brandon Rios fought Danny Garcia, people were like, oh, haha, hang it up, you're a bum. I feel bad for Rios because he wasn't doing bad in that fight. You know what I mean? He got caught. He got caught, but he didn't look like shit. He actually looked better than a lot of you motherfuckers gave him credit for, which is what I told you. I said, coming off the Keith Thurman loss, this is a solid fight. Rios didn't do nothing wrong in that fight. I mean, you can say he had a lazy jab, but overall, he looked solid. You know, same thing with Ocampo. Truth be told, you could argue that Ocampo won that first round up until he got hurt with the body shot. See, I'm different. I'm telling you, I'm a different motherfucker when it comes to this boxing. I really analyze this shit. Some people just be talking shit, just like, oh, Ocampo, he sucked. Oh, what the fuck, Ocampo? Truth be told, Ocampo wasn't looking bad in there versus Errol Spence. He really wasn't. Like I said, he probably won the first round had it not been for that. I'm not big on the what ifs and stuff like that, but I'm just telling you the tone, the flow, the ebb and flow of that particular round, he was holding his own with Errol Spence. But Errol Spence, more pro experience, very hard puncher, very surgical body shots, touched him in the right spot, pause, and it happened. But I try to give credit when it's realistic. Like, these dudes, Ocampo didn't come out here like fighting like a moron or something. He was holding his own for a minute. But then it's just Errol's Errol. He's just farther along in his career and a better fighter. Same thing with Stipe Miocic. Daniel Cormier didn't just go out there and just punch him once and he fell and crumbled. Stipe was looking real good versus Daniel Cormier, UFC 226, right? He was looking real good. He was like, bop, bop, and then Cormier's head was just bouncing up. He was squared up. But when he got in close quarters, he just bloop. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. So, I like to break down this shit, like what I see. So, anyway, Brandon Rios wouldn't be a bad fight for Amir Khan. BoxRec has Thurman fighting in August. That don't mean nothing because they have people fighting and then they pull it back sometimes. So, hold on one second. I don't know what's up with Thurman. I can't really tell you. I can't call it. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Thurman is still in the forest playing the flute. Hey, Maya is so out of pocket for that. Wow. Wolf Taint. That's a really interesting name, but shout out to you. What up? Fucking Wolf Taint. Do y'all know what a taint is? Never mind. Let's just stop. Smash the like button, man. This is not gonna be one of the longer streams. I'm just hollering. I got some stuff to do. Who, Khan versus Egid? Who the fuck is Egid? Who's Egid? I don't even know what that is. Is that the meme machine? Who is that? Y'all just be making a creative player. Y'all be making up fighters. Let's see Khan versus Igor. Like, who the fuck is Igor? Hey, you know what else I want to see? I want to see the featherweight. They got to start unifying. Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell. Let's see it. That's a rematch for the amateurs too. Gary Russell beat Leo Santa Cruz. No reason we shouldn't get that. Ego, Alexander Berto, I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much. It's just a good fight. Listen, Showtime and Al Heyman and Premier Boxing Champs, I thought they were the cancer of boxing. This year, Showtime, more so than past years, have created separation. Before, they were putting on the best fights, but HBO was at least putting on more fights. Like there were some Ward Kovalevs, Canelo Triple G's in there, or whatever. So you can at the very least say, oh, HBO's kind of, they at least have something to their name. But this particular year, I feel HBO, the separation has been really clear that Heyman and Omar Figueroa Khan's a great fight too. The separation that Heyman is producing is crazy. They're working like this is like almost a ref stoppage type shit. If we're talking fights, see, I like to use fight terminology for life. If this was a fight between HBO, we're talking about like, okay, he's starting to take a lot of punishment. They got to do something or throw the damn towel. Like Al Heyman is bodying these boys, but he was supposed to be the cancer. Kovalev, he's on the network, but he fought Igor Mikhalkin, and now he's fighting Eleider Alvarez. I'm a boxing fan. That's a good fight. However, it's still, in my opinion, it's not like it's a good fight for the hardcores, but I don't think it's going to be a fight that transcends into major ticket sales. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just don't. I want to see it because I'm a boxing fan. But I just don't think it's going to be a block. But, like, okay, if you're talking about Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter, or Kovalev, if you could only want to watch one, what do you think casuals are going to watch? Mikey Garcia, Easter, or Kovalev versus Alvarez? Again, it's not a bad fight. But, I mean, you can also tell by the lack of videos and shit being made. Who's the last person on YouTube? Listen. Who's the last person that you know that made a video in the last 2-3 weeks about Kovalev versus Alvarez? Because I've made Garcia Easter videos recently, and I know I've seen other people make them on my home feed. But who's made I don't even know the date, to be honest. When is that? When is Kovalev versus Alvarez? It's a good fight, so please don't misconstrue that. But what I'm talking about, there's a difference between good fights for the hardcore and then good fights that you're going to get the buy-in of other people. You know what I mean? Like blockbuster fight, big for just the like. I think LA is going to turn up for Easter. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many Hispanics, Mexican American, black, white, and everything in between are going to try to go to the Staples Center for that fight with Mikey Garcia and Easter? I think it's going to be lit. Me personally. All right, Wolf Tank. I can always tell. The motherfuckers that be talking the loosey goosey, the loosest, be the ones with fucked up names like Small Dick or whatever that guy earlier, Wolf Tank. You notice that? They don't even that's why we don't take you guys seriously, because you don't even get it right with your username. So a message to all the trolls. Wolf Tank, now I gotta body you. He's in his feelings like Drake. Kiki, do you love me? Do you need me? Like, do you never? Wolf Tank says AJ is a success. $18 million versus Parker, $20 million versus Povetkin reported. Numerous endorsements. You got all these pro PBC YouTube channels trying to bash Matchroom and AJ because they are successful. What in the fuck are you talking about? Why? What does PBC, pro PBC, have to do with bashing Eddie Hearn? Where's the correlation? What are you even talking about? You're in the hot seat, Wolf Tank. What are you talking about? Why is it why is it got to be a pro PBC YouTube channel bashing Eddie Hearn? So bottom line is, you don't think Eddie Hearn, Joshua's side, had anything to do with the Wilder fight. So let's just start there. Okay, it's a serious question, but you're in the hot seat. So let's go. Let's battle. Who's at fault for Joshua Wilder not happening next? That's a very simple question. Hopefully we can receive a simple answer from you. Who has the brunt of the blame for Joshua Wilder not happening in September? Answer coming, stand by. You didn't even have to type that. Why would you even waste text to type that when you could have just answered and been working on your sentence? See, these motherfuckers be buying time and calling lifelines and shit, asking their buddy, "Hey, I'm in the hot seat. What you think? What should we tell him?" Stalling, because you would just answer. You don't have to tell me answer is imminent. The answer looms. You don't got to do all that. All you have to do is just type the answer. You wasting time. Strike one. This is going to be easier than I thought. All right. You full of shit, Wolf Tank. You smell like Wolf Tank. Now he said that AJ versus Wilder was never going to happen because of Canelo Triple G. So then why didn't they say that? Why did Team Joshua, up until this point, why have they continually blamed Wilder? Wilder doesn't want the fight. Wilder's team took 4 weeks to agree to the fight. Wilder's team only had 2 small notes and it's going to take them till Friday to turn it back. So if Canelo Triple G was the true reason why the fight can't happen in September, then how come they keep telling us all these things that Eddie Hearn keeps telling us, all these things that Wilder's team failed to do and how they prolonged it and didn't want the fight? See, this is the thing with you AJ protectors. You guys aren't even on the same accord. So if the reason he's not fighting him in September, why didn't they be like, oh, Canelo Golovkin got announced, fuck it, it's a wrap, we can't do shit. So strike one. Here's strike two, because I can't spend too much time dealing with like ignorance. He said, I don't even care if I said the basis of the question is not even for September. It's next. You know what I'm saying? So if I may have said September specifically, I meant next. You know what I mean? So you're still ducking. Here's your strike two. He says September won't work because of Canelo Golovkin. Why not do it in October or November? Next. Why is it not happening next for Joshua? It doesn't look like. So it doesn't have to be September. Why is it not next? Come on, Wolf Tank. You tough, right? Antoine said you wolf pussy. Why is it not happening next? Business standpoint, strike two. You a fan, and the first thing out your mouth is some business shit. Get out of here. Hearn wants it on DAZN. I'm sure that was a sticking point. So this is Joshua's fight. You're basically, without saying it, you're admitting it's on Joshua's side. Who cares about DAZN? DAZN is improving. I don't blame Wilder for not wanting to be on some fucking app. You can't even download the app. Strike two. You just getting worked over. We gonna keep doing this to y'all because it's fun. I know Eagles Army just come just to watch the bloodbath. Look, DAZN. I have an Apple iPhone X, so the newest version of iPhone. Look, I just hit enter. I just type in DAZN and hit enter. What the fuck is this? Football TV. What the fuck is that? Russia. Where's DAZN at? It says it's an ad. What the fuck is that? That should say Fei Long from Street Fighter. What is that? Where DAZN at? This is it? This DAZN, huh? With no star rating? Not enough ratings? Who the fuck is Jin Fei Leong? Is that the dude from 106 & Park, the freestyler? Jin? This guy's a myth like He's a myth like unicorns. He just likes to see grown men in tight uniforms. Who the fuck is Jen? Oh shit, DAZN done fuck around and hacked my account. What is this? What'd you do to my phone? What does that say? Eastman schematics? Schematic? What is this? How I get DAZN? So you blank, so you admitting. Look, I type in DAZN, look what come up. What the fuck is Stickman? Stickman Fight Hero. Where DAZN at? Man, come on, bro. Get these dudes out of here. Third Strike. Get him out of here. Third Strike, get him out of here. Did he get an L? Let's vote. Let's vote. If he got an L, put your L's up. Escobar Boxing, check fight $4. Check fight hype Finkel exposing Eddie Hearns. This shit is easy. When was it posted? Hey, I'm telling you, this is getting bad for y'all, man. This is getting so bad. Oh, wow.
If anyone sees it, it's so obvious. Forget what I think. Let's just follow the paper trail. Follow the newspaper. Follow whatever. It was a total scam. They had no intention of fighting Deontay next. And that's fine. Just say it. Don't waste everyone's time. Don't...
Hold on. Call me Ego Finkel. Call me Ego Finkel. Why did he just say what I've been saying on my live streams? And I said it before on my live stream before I even heard that this was just posted 20 minutes ago. He says, fine, just if it's not going to be next, just say it. What have I told y'all? See, they can't beat us, man. He said, fine, just say it. That's exactly, literally what I said in my earlier streams.
They had no intention of fighting Deontay next. And that's fine. Just say it. Don't waste everyone's time. Don't try to make Deontay look like the guy ducking out of a fight or anything. Just say, I want to fight Povetkin next, and I'm not, fighting anyone else next. And after that, I can fight. He admits in it that it was a total scam here. He had a two-fight deal with Wembley.
I was going to ask you, did you or did you not ask him if...
Wow. Go check that out on Fight Hype. I don't even have to listen to it right now. Go check out Fight Hype. They got the interview with it. This is exactly what I told you. That's what I'm saying. See, I don't need no one to put no battery in my back. Like no disrespect to Finkel, but he's not telling me nothing that I don't already know that I already been telling you motherfuckers. He literally, see, this is vindication for me. Y'all so stupid. Some of y'all so stupid y'all don't even see it. He literally just said what I've been telling y'all. He said, fine, you want to fight Povetkin next, just say that. You had a 2-fight deal with Wembley. That's why you didn't want to budge. That's why you wanted to push it back till next year. Listen, here's another proof. See, man, y'all got me going right now. Listen, Ronald Finkley, I know y'all have been listening. When I say that, y'all know who I'm talking about. Listen. The proof is in the pudding. I played you the tape. Eddie Hearn says, we wanted to fight Wilder Joshua at Wembley in September. Two things that cannot happen now. But he's fighting Povetkin in September. So fuck the Canelo Golovkin fight. That don't have nothing to do with it. You said Wembley September was not available. So you can't blame. What does Canelo Golovkin have to do with Wembley not being available to fight at in September? You didn't say, oh, we could fight in Wembley, but it's we're gonna have to compete with Canelo Golovkin. You said we wanted to fight in September at Wembley, two things that can no longer happen, but you're fighting at Wembley against another opponent. this shit is funny to me. Like I said, and you have people really trying to weasel their way. Oh, it's Canelo Golovkin. What does Canelo Golovkin have to do with you saying the venue? See, that's how you know when people are being transparent. Because what does Canelo Golovkin have to do with the venue being open or not being open? Not being like, okay, listen. If I fly a lot. I cover boxing. YouTube is my job. I get on a lot of planes during fight weeks, right? If I get out of my seat, go to the bathroom, the door is going to have a green sign that says vacant, or it's going to be red and it's going to say occupied. It's like a little round dial, right? Vacant or occupied, right? Eddie Hearn is on tape saying Wembley was occupied. On tape saying it was occupied, not vacant, not available, not an option because they waited too long or whatever the reason was. So Canelo Triple G has nothing to do with vacant or occupied. Oh, but this is them scurrying. This is the man fans trying to scurry to find so. Fuck. Canelo Golovkin. That's why. Vacant or open. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if the bathroom says vacant and I'm holding up the line because other people have to use the bathroom, and they're like, why didn't you go? It says vacant. And then I open the door and no one's in there. And I'm holding the line up for 10 minutes. They're like, oh, yeah, it said vacant. I didn't know why you didn't go in there. I thought you seen someone go in there. And I'm like, no. Right? And then I start bringing up, oh, yeah, I paid $400 for airfare. What does that have to do with vacant or open? Do you get what I'm talking about with the deflection tactics? If someone say, hey, you should have went, the light was green. It wasn't red. You should have went in the bathroom. It was vacant, not open. If that's the argument, what does your plane ticket price have to do with? Oh, this is why I like to fly JetBlue. What does that have to do with the Southwest bathrooms being vacant or open? Common deflection tactics. This is what they do. Boss Red 357 $5 super chat. For 50 million guarantee, I'll fight a damn Taco Bell. Fight in a damn Taco Bell. Man, I'll fight in a trash can with spaghetti noodles as earrings dripping from my ear. Who cares? So Eddie Hearn's already on record several times over contradicting himself. Oh, Wembley's not open. So Canelo versus Golovkin has nothing to do with Wembley not being available and saying you have to fight in October, November in Cardiff because Cardiff is the only place that you can fight now because Wembley is not open. Only to come and find out that Wembley is open and you're likely to fight Povetkin in Wembley in the same date you said wasn't open. How is this not clear-cut, concise proof that you weren't being truthful? Please explain that. Eddie Hearn lies like a motherfucker cheating on his bitch. Sorry if I gotta use some hood analogies, but like let's say you have a guy has a side girl, but he's married, but he didn't tell the side piece that he's married. So she's like, "Oh, you're off from work?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm off from work." And he slipped up and told her he's off for the next 3 days because he got a vacation. So she was like, "Oh, okay, I'm really feeling you. I got some new lingerie. I want to come over." In her mind, he's set up to play that he's not married, that he's single, that he's available, and he has his own spot. He slipped up and told the side piece that he has 3 days off in a row. Now she wants to come over. But that can't happen because he has a side piece and he has a kid. So you clearly can't bring no side piece to the equation, right? These are the types of things that Eddie Hearn is saying in like coming up with on the fly. Like when all he had to say is, "Yo, look, I know I really like you, but I'm married. Like if you want to continue doing this, I'm married, I have a kid, my spot is not cool." So had he said that to the side piece, some girls would go for it. They'd be like, "Okay, you're in a relationship or married or whatever. I'm still feeling you. That's your business." You get what I'm saying? But if you don't give that person that option and you're lying to them and they think you're single and available, then they might expect different things from you. So don't say that Wembley is not open or available for September only to find out that it is in fact open. You just didn't want to make that fight there. Why did you say you have to move it to Cardiff or Wales? I really don't get that. In October or November. And then now you're not fighting in Cardiff and you're like, oh, guess who's coming home? AJ comes home. What is all this AJ comes home stuff when you just said his next 2 fights are in September and April? Just listened to Shelly Finkel interview and it was like Eddie lying. I got it in writing. I man, do you see any look of surprise on my face? Any look of surprise? I told you guys this. I remember I did a video. I think it was when Steven Espinoza got involved. And what I said is Eddie Hearn is playing a dangerous game because now the public is involved in these negotiations. And it's going to get to a point where people have a paper trail on you. And if they leak it, like if someone does what Broner did with the 3-fight deal, then it's going to expose you if you're not being truthful. So if you're sitting up here, oh, we never discussed that. And then Shelly Finkel's like, all right, I'm sick of this. And then he puts it on blast and he gives it to ESPN. Like, here's a copy of my email. Then it's a wrap because everything you built. That's why I'm saying it's so much easier to be honest because you don't have to deal with this. You really don't. Like me, what do I have to deal with on my channel? Nothing. If someone gets mad at my opinion or something I said, then I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings, embarrass them, not working with anyone. I'm a professional through and throughout. We don't have to agree. We can all get this money. But I'll be damned if I don't have an opinion because you want a yes man and you want someone to be at your beck and call and only say what you want them to say. You know what I mean? Then I can't do this then because then I wouldn't be true to myself and that's going to be an issue in itself. You know what I mean? I can't kick it with a motherfucker I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like on some act all buddy shit. You know what I mean? We could be civil or stuff and work. But I can't be fake like that. And like act like I have an opinion but really I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? So it's just an ugly situation. And like I said, you're bound to have a paper trail because there's discussions. And here, listen, here's some more circumstantial evidence of what I'm saying. Smash the fucking like button. Never let the haters outshine what we doing over here. Here's more circumstantial evidence. Joshua's side has been the side who have said multiple things, and some of them including things that would downplay the fanfare build-up of this particular fight. That would suggest that they don't want this fight anytime soon. We're not hearing that from Wilder's side religiously, right? For example, there's no interview of Wilder talking about a devil on this shoulder and an angel on this shoulder. There is no interview of him saying that. But there is an AJ interview where he's like, look it, the man in the suit, he's saying, oh, fuck the fans. Fight when you want. We'll fight at our right time. It might be next year. It might be the year after that. Or even the year after that. Right? Devil in details. The man in the suit. But on the other side, there's a fighter. The fighter wants me to just lace him up and put the hand wraps on and knock this motherfucker out. I don't hear Wilder talking about himself as if he's two different people. Right? Wilder's just talking greasy, if anything. Anthony Joshua, run. And I will. You see when I did this to Vern, you only making it worse for yourself. I'm going to have you like the twerk videos. You would tip drill, face down, ass up. Right? That's the type of shit Wilder's talking about. He's not like, the angel, he wants me to leave Joshua the fuck alone. The devil, he wants me to have Joshua face down, ass up, and hit him with this vibranium. He's not doing that. So, if you look at the circumstantial evidence, there's a lot of that type of stuff where only one side, only the Joshua side, is doing certain things. Wilder says, I'm coming to the Joseph Parker Joshua fight. I would love to be in attendance. Sky Sports, they want me to come out. I'll work with them, but I'm gonna hop my ass in that ring. Then you had Anthony, oh, no. You ain't getting in nobody's ring. Eddie Hearn came from behind him and says, I agree. Why? What makes him think he could get in our ring? So, Deontay Wilder, he a country dude. I'm sure he has a short fuse. He's like, man, fuck this. I can't get in the ring. Okay, this is a cool fight for me to watch at home. Fuck Sky Sports. Fuck him like that. I'm not speaking on behalf of him, but you get what I'm saying. That's how I talk, right? He's just like, man, fuck this whole situation. You know what I mean? They can get someone else, Tony Bellew or whatever, to be the guest, Carl Froch and them. They can do the commentary. They won't even let me in the ring, right? Then all of a sudden, after it was a known fact, and Eddie Hearn was even pissed, you're in front of world media and you don't want to come. And the fight wasn't even that good, to be honest. So Deontay Wilder didn't really lose anything by not showing up. And we knew that Dillian White was being thrown at Wilder by Eddie Hearn, which is another issue in itself. Wilder didn't go. He didn't lose. And then Eddie Hearn was mad. Oh, you're in front of world media. No, you want your event to have all the star power and all the commotion and all the buzz. And he foiled that by saying, fuck that. Y'all won't let me in the ring? Okay, well, two could play that game. I'm not coming now. Then after he said, oh, I never said I didn't want him in the ring. I said he couldn't get the ring without permission. Wait till I give you the signal. No, you didn't even say that in the first interview. Do you get what I'm saying? It was no, wait till I give you the signal, or let me thank my parents first, and then you can get your black ass in the ring. It was nothing like that. It was, he can't get in the ring. There's going to be added security. That's what Sky Sports was talking about in the article. There's going to be enhanced security and Top Flight and Craig and Day Day and all types of shit. So he's like, you know what, fuck this. Wilder's like, fuck this. I ain't even going. Right? So once again, that's another instance where you had Joshua's side who was putting up more of a electric fence than Wilder's side. Wilder said, I'm getting in that ring. Joshua's side said, no, you ain't. Fuck you talking about. You ain't getting in our ring. This is a UK ring. This doesn't say Wilder. They put that up. We could have had an epic face-off to get us salivating and happy for the fight. This build-up. And on top of that, Joshua was saying something to the effect of, oh, he doesn't conduct himself. He's like a caveman. He doesn't conduct himself like Klitschko. I like the way Klitschko. But Klitschko was allowed in the ring. And he did the pictures. It was after the Eric Molina fight. He got in the ring. Signed contract, no signed contract. He was allowed in the ring. But once again, Deontay Wilder, he's a country dude. He's outspoken. He's talked about issues as it pertains to the black community when like shootings and just different shit. When people were calling him a coon because he went to the Trump office for the Jack Johnson pardon, he got on the horn and he said, I ain't no fucking coon. Y'all ain't gonna just be disrespecting me. If anybody got a problem with it, come holler at me. Come tell me that to my face, and then we'll get a resolution right then and there, right? So Deontay Wilder's about that. He's about that communication with his fans and his people. AKA, just like me, you can't control that man. You can't just, here's $20. Don't act an ass. You can't do that. So if he gets in the ring and he starts talking crazy, you can't stop. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to stop that. You know what I mean? Without looking fearful. Hey, get away from me. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to do it. And then on top of that, Anthony Joshua did an interview with Sky Sports. They were talking about Joseph Parker might have Tyson Fury walk him out. And Anthony Joshua, you can verify everything I'm saying. Joshua said something to the effect of, if Fury gets in this ring, I'ma slap him back out of it. Why didn't you say that for Wilder though? If two of your enemies or rivals are talking about doing the same thing, why you only threaten one of them? You know what I'm saying? Like look at Lennox Lewis. If Mike Tyson said, "I'm gonna eat his kids," and Riddick Bowe said, "I'm gonna eat Lennox's kids," and Lennox Lewis was like, "Hey, Riddick Bowe, I'm gonna fuck your shit all the way up," because he fought him in the amateurs. But then when Mike Tyson said it, if hypothetically, if Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, I'm gonna eat your kids. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, sweetie. And he just turns away. And he's like, man, Riddick, I'm gonna fuck you up for saying that. Would that make any sense? If two people are doing the same infraction that are all in your weight division, so it's not like you can get sued if you slap Tyson Fury versus, you know what I mean? It'll be the same implications. If you punch Tyson Fury or slap him, you have the same potential consequences as if you slap Wilder. Well, actually, the consequence might be different, because if you slap Wilder, he might try to slap you back, and he got crazy power. He might try to punch you. You know what I mean? But aside from that, the implications are the same. So for Lennox Lewis, if he's like, man, Riddick Bowe, don't be talking about that, and then Mike Tyson said the same thing, and you didn't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? Crazy. I've seen this in like rap battles too. I don't know if it's Drake or who, but I've seen it where like Drake gets dissed by Meek Mill, he keep going at him, but then he gets dissed by Pusha T, and then it stops after Pusha T's diss. You know what I'm saying? Or that's not even the battle I was thinking about, but just situations like that. Like, why don't you talk to that person the same way you talk to that person? Why don't you pull up on them like you pulled up on that other person? Do you get what I'm saying? You know, in the Bay, we say it. I know other places say it too, but we call it have that same energy. Have that same energy. Like, don't like. I'm trying to think of a. All right, this is just random. I'm not beefing with nobody, but just random. Say Lil Pump, me and Lil Pump get into it. And I go up to Lil Pump and I'm like, you a hoe, and just slap the fuck out of Lil Pump. He this big to me. He probably like this big to me, right? So I slap the fuck out of him for talking disrespectful. But then the game, somebody who's more my size, is doing the same thing, the same way, and then I'm like, man, forget Game. What Game talking about? He ain't dropped no album in a minute. Like, nah. Like, Lil Pump this big, and I had no problem slapping the shit out of him. But then when someone who's more my fight, you know what I mean? More my height, more my fight, then all of a sudden my energy changed. I'm like, man, weak ass Game. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't make sense, would it? Shout out to Lil Pump in the Game. That was just an analogy. But you guys get what I'm saying? Had that same energy. You said you're going to slap Tyson Fury out the ring, but you didn't say that about Wilder. You just said he simply couldn't get in there. So once again, it's another example of Joshua's side doing something. Or here's another example. I could do this all day. This is just going over the chronological order, right? Wilder's like, Anthony Joshua, run. I want to fight Wilder. He wasn't talking about Dominique Brazil. He wasn't talking about Dillian White. He wasn't talking about Gerald Miller like that. He kept saying Joshua. One face, one name, one everything. One champion, right? Eddie Hearn, when it came, every time Wilder brought up Joshua, Eddie Hearn brought up Dillian White at a point in time. Every single time. Anthony Joshua's name was getting called by Wilder several times over. Eddie Hearn, I think a good fight would be Dillian White. Get past Dillian White. What does Dillian White have to do with him calling out your cash cow? You get what I'm saying? That you trying to sick somebody else that has nothing to do with the situation on them, because to you, Dillian White is more expendable because you don't have a permanent contract with him, and he's not making you as much money. like his events, and you know he'll fight anyone. So you're trying to use that as a shield. We know the games, we know the tricks. That's why I don't understand why these dudes. Yeah, I mean, y'all could do whatever you want. Y'all go to these channels that are are losing the battle, and thumb up their videos and be like, yeah, you speak the truth. I mean, keep gassing them up. I love it. Keep gassing them up, because when the dust settles and the smoke clears, once again, we'll see who has the most clout. We'll see who has the most merit. We'll see who has the most credentials and respect in this game for telling it how it was. So I'm not worried about it. But it's just funny, y'all gas people up and you know they ain't being real. You know it. But y'all can keep doing it. We'll see. We'll see when the dust settles. We'll see who comes out on this thing on top. I'm giving y'all hit after hit, like on some Drake shit. Drake has 7 songs in the top 15 right now on the Billboard. Right? That's what I'm giving. I'm giving y'all hit after hit, point after point. And they haven't even figured out a reasonable resolution or logic for points 1 and 2, and you're getting points 3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, why bring up Dillian White when he was trying to fight Joshua? You know, he was even saying, I'll travel to the UK for Joshua, but a king don't travel for peasants. Wilder was saying these things. So why is Eddie Hearn even bringing up? That goes to show you these are all multitudes of circumstantial evidence. Because why you keep bringing up Dillian White when he's not calling out that man, and Dillian White lost to Joshua and he doesn't have a belt? And you're the only one, oh, you should fight in February, fight in March at O2 Arena, build your profile. Nobody else is saying that. You're the only one saying that. Dillian White knocks out Lucas Brown. You said, oh, before the broadcasters only cared about Joshua Wilder, but now they want to see Dillian White and Wilder. Why didn't Showtime beg for Dillian White Wilder? Why did they offer to help mediate the negotiations for Wilder Joshua? Why didn't they offer to help the mediations or the negotiations for Dillian White versus Wilder? Because that's not their biggest interest. Because that's not their biggest interest. That's why. They're not worried about that. Eddie Hearn was the only one. Again, every time the threat of Wilder came closer, you seen Team Joshua, especially Eddie Hearn, throw little obstacles in the way. Obstacles that other fighters never had to go through. Like Charles Martin, Dominic Breazeale, Eric Molina, Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker negotiations took a minute, but did he get a flat rate? If I interview Joseph Parker, he's gonna tell me he got a flat rate. No, he's not. You can make all these deals with Joseph Parker and Dillian White when they're in their own negotiations with Pulev and Bryant Jennings. You do it in record time and stage a press conference. But you can't iron out and hash out and put correct dates and stuff. But you can make Kell Brook move up 2 weight classes to fight Golovkin, who was at the time on like a 20 knockout streak. You can find Kell Brook and spice up the deal so he's interested in moving up 2 weight classes to fight the biggest puncher there. I mean, this is very easy to see. This is very easy to see. All this stuff I'm talking about is easy to see because you have it's like one-way traffic, majority of it. While Eddie Hearn was bringing up Dillian White, who was Shelly Finkel bringing up? Eddie Hearn kept pawning off Dillian White on Wilder. Who did Shelly Finkel say Joshua needed to fight? Shelly Finkel wasn't like, oh, you need to fight Pulev and then you'll fight Wilder. You need to fight Luis Ortiz and then you'll fight Wilder. They didn't do that. They were trying to fight you, which is more proof to me. Jay Guapo, what's good? We killing, man. Who's talking shit? I don't get it. Hey, Randy Ridley's out of pocket. He said Eddie Hearn was your lawyer, your ass is going to jail. Yo, Ego, you got to be the hardest working YouTuber, LOL. Every time I turn on my phone, you live. Man, we got to kill these zombies. I told you, they not outworking me. They going to be burnt the fuck out. We'll see who stops running the marathon soonest, because it's going to get to a point where you won't be able to keep up. You won't be able to keep spouting out bullshit and jumping. So until that happens, like, there's this old Will Smith interview, and I am Will Smith, right? He says, I'm not the best, I'm not the most talented, the most skilled, but the way I get by and how I've been able to accomplish things is I outwork the competition. He says, if you put me and someone on a treadmill and we're getting ready for a movie, I will die before I let them beat me. So either you're getting off the treadmill first, or I will die on this treadmill. It's that simple. Shout out to Will Smith. That's the shit I'm on. You're going to get destroyed. You will get off this treadmill first, or I will die on this treadmill. And I'm so sincere. So, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, y'all woke the sleeping giant. This is not a game out here. This because I'm just sick of the bullshit, the politics. So, like I said, I don't make empty threats. I don't go around dissing a bunch of people. I have fun. Check my Instagram. I have fun. I chill out, spend time with family, dates, enjoy life. But if I say something, best believe I mean it. You know what I'm saying? And these other channels and stuff, like I said, listen to who you want. But when the dust settles and the smoke clears, you're going to be like, is that ego? And I'm going to be like, just standing there. Just standing there. Amidst all the smoke. Posted, like, yeah. And all your other channels who wasn't keeping it real and stuff, crumbled. We destroying empires. I told you. You believe in God, then believe in Death Row East. Believe in that. We're not playing. We're not taking no prisoners. You ain't doing, because you're not uplifting nothing. You're not taking boxing to a higher caliber or higher plateau. You're hurting boxing. So you want to hurt the sport that I love, then we can't coexist. So that's just what it is, people. We can't coexist. It's not we can't coexist because we disagree. It's because you don't disagree. You're pretending you disagree. The facts are there. Either you're not listening to them, you don't want to comprehend them, or whatever the case is, but you're playing a game. And like Jay said, quit playing he said, quit playing the games you won't win. Quit playing these childish games with grown men. Oh my gosh. Let's get it. Ego's army. These other dudes you one person. How one person gonna beat an army? Let's get it. And then on top of that, you ain't even being truthful. Let's go. You can't go against an army and expect to come out on top. This ain't no fucking movie. This ain't a movie, dog. This ain't no movie. But anyway, we've added this situation up. We've seen it. When the dust settles, we'll see who's still here. See, you talking to an OG in this game. I've been doing this for consecutive years and maintained to the point where I've never had to go back to work ever. Ever since I was doing it, when I first started, I had a job. And I've had a job all my life. But then once I got to that point, I ain't never, ever got a job. I ain't worked for nobody. Once I seen the avenue, I'm like, okay, I could really take off with it. I ain't never went back to work. I don't think I'll ever go back to work unless I just want to pick up some extra money for like the holidays, or I'm trying to save and get to another goal quicker. I ain't never going back to work unless it's on my agenda. Like, oh, you need me to work that day and I don't want to? Nah, I'm good. I'll find something else. These other dudes be in cubicles and all types of shit, hating. Hey, you tripping, Capadonna. Teach me, ego, Shidoshi. You cannot earn katana sword by stealing. I wasn't going to steal it. You're not gonna call the cops? Not if we make a deal. What kind of a deal? Why don't you give up, round eye? Hey, that's hella funny. It's the American who makes tricks with bricks. You lose, American asshole. Dim mock. It's me, Mario. That's how Donkey Kong be doing it. It's me, Mario. Let's get it, man. No, bottom one. Frank Dukes, like put up your dukes, right? Hey, Van Damme used to do the splits and flex unnecessarily. I need to check the time. Like, why'd you flex to check the time? You doing too much. Jay Guapo says, Ego, pass that what you smoking. Bro, I'm not smoking. I don't smoke. I get paid for this. If you love your job, you don't ever have to work a day in your life. See, you might not know about having fun at work. It just depends on your situation. If you happy or if you ain't happy. I'm happy. I enjoy talking to boxing fans and crowds, putting people in the hot seat. I don't have to smoke to get that. I don't have to pop pills to get that. My high comes from burning people in the hot seat. I get high as fuck off that. I'm like, oh shit, another one in the hot seat? Oh, it keep calling me, man. It keep calling me. It keep calling me. Scotty, I don't want to die. Scotty, they're gonna kill me. Yeah, that's what I get high off. Burning you motherfuckers alive in the hot seat. I'll be... It keep calling me, man. It keep calling me. Keep calling. That's what I get. That turned me into Pookie. You went from prom queen to prom fiend. Yeah, that's what I get high off. I'll turn into a crackhead real quick for that hot seat. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please. Yeah, that's what I get high off. Yeah, you mean to tell me you think I'm getting high? I gotta smoke. I didn't know you like to get wet though. Sherm, Dos, PCP, Primos, butt naked. Yeah, I don't have to get high to do this. I enjoy. If you enjoy what you do, you don't ever have to get high. I never get high on my own supply. PCP, butt naked, Sherm, Dos, Primo. I know you like to get wet though. Yeah, okay, we got over 100 people in here. Y'all not gonna hit the like button, huh? Y'all go to all these other weak channels and they not talking about, they saying AJ and Wilder, he had the contract for 14 days, but you ain't gonna hit the like button when you come to my shit, huh? All these other channels, they talking bullshit, but it's entertaining me. Now you entertain me with your bullshit. Let's go, man. Young actor extraordinaire. Young thespian, young credentials. These boys can't fuck with it, man. I said these boys can't fuck with it, man. They don't have the charisma. They don't got the stamina. Oh my gosh, they ain't got the bars either. Yeah, okay, we got Robert Barber. His last name is Barber. He ain't never cut no one's hair. He gonna laugh, huh? All right. Okay. Yeah, Ego Army is real. Yeah. I told you. Listen, don't bite my shit. Do not put my verses on y'all records. We gonna start doing them blue magics. We gonna do them blue magic streams. That's it. I told you I was gonna do it, but that's it. We got the vampire stream. We gonna have them blue magics. And Blue Magic, it's a product. It's like Pepsi. It's something I stand by. So we gonna do. I'm gonna get behind the mic. I'm a host, and we gonna do the Blue Magic, huh? Yeah. Now I'm putting the gun down, nice and easy, nice and easy. Now the only weapon I got is useless unless you're a pretty girl. Yeah. Okay. Let's get it, man. I got that Blue Magic for y'all busters. Okay. Yeah, but AJ, man, shout out to Randy Ridley on his shit today. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now the only weapon I got is useless unless you're a pretty girl. Yeah. That motherfucker. Hey, I gotta watch. You know what? I don't even think that's on Blu-ray. Ricochet. I gotta get that one for the collection. Ronald, what happened? You said Shelly hit him with them receipts. Oh my gosh. They're gonna make some other excuse. It's Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. Shelly Finkel's advanced at Photoshop. He made the receipts up. He doctored it up. These dudes be like, that's how you can tell when these motherfuckers is like getting their ass kicked, because their excuses, these man fan excuses, get worse and worse. I got that. Shout out to Infant Goldie. I got that. I don't know if that movie's on there. That's an old one. That's an oldie but goodie. I'm not sure if they have that one. But listen. Hey, this is how you know we win it, man. Eagles Army, represent. Because listen how outlandish their excuses are. They just saying the same shit. Talk about, but Wilder had the contract for 14 days. He still has the contract. Why doesn't he sign? You fucking mutt. Why would anyone sign a contract for some April 2019 shit? You don't even know so you gonna sign a contract that limits you to a certain amount of money. What if Povetkin knocks Joshua down and he looks super vulnerable? So you stuck with that amount? And let's say Wilder fought a good name, Luis Ortiz rematch or Tyson Fury. Certainly he would deserve credit after that. Or if he knocks out his mandatory quicker than AJ or something, Dominic Brazil. So how is that not taken into consideration for a fight next year? You see how stupid these guys are? So you want him to sign a contract that locks him into a certain rate, but we know that most likely, well, definitely Joshua, but most likely both fighters are going to be fighting before April 19th, maybe even twice for a while. I don't know who he's fighting, but he could take a fight in October and then fight again in February or something. I don't know. But at least one fight in between now and April. And without knowing the outcome of that, and without even being announced who they're fighting, you want him to lock himself into a contract for 9 months from now. Do you see how stupid this sounds? Like, here's an example. I love electronics. I'm heavy. You know, we got the new mic. Hopefully it's sounding good. Different stuff like that, right? Sometimes there'll be let's say a new GoPro or something. It comes out November, or even we'll say PlayStation game, and it could be anything. The new Madden, they start showing you trailers, so you know it's coming out. You know it's coming out September or whenever, late August or September, whenever they come out, and you know the new Call of Duty comes out in like October, November, right? That's this year, so I can understand real hardcore gamers or whatever putting their deposit down $5 or paying for the game now because it's an entrusted thing. They've been playing Call of Duty for the last decade, right? And at the worst case scenario, you know the game has a release date. The game's already a done deal, right? So I can understand something like that. But if you knew that Call of Duty wasn't coming out until next year in the summertime, almost a year, Who's really pre-ordering something like that? I can understand if it was like a invaluable car, like, you know what I mean, collector's edition car, and you're rich and you have to get on some kind of crazy waiting list. But would you guys pay the $70 for Call of Duty right now, but you can't get it until April? And that's just a video game. Because what if you lock yourself into $70 and then closer to the thing, like on Black Friday they have a sale, you know, and you could have got that same game and pre-ordered it and got a $20 coupon. You gonna pay $70 because that's what it's showing right now, but then on Black Friday they have a major sale for pre-orders where they're willing to take a discount and or give you a $10 gift card or some shit. Ain't nobody getting no fucking pre-order no GoPro that don't come out until April, or, you know what I'm saying, PlayStation game. And that's only PlayStation games at best, like 60, 80 bucks maybe. You know what I'm saying? But why would you do that? Now this is even deeper. You're gonna lock yourself into a bullshit flat rate, and then we don't even know if Joshua wins versus Povetkin. We don't know how he's gonna look. What if he won but it was controversial? That shouldn't be considered. That shouldn't be considered in the split or the purses. What if Wilder knocked out Tyson Fury in December? That shouldn't be considered. And this is their talking. This is one of their only remaining talking points. Like I said, we gonna X y'all out like a treasure map. Y'all getting X'd out. Real talk. But this is the level of intellect in the rebuttals that we're getting from the opposing side. They want him to hurry up and sign and lock himself into something that's almost 10 months away, 9-10 months away or whatever, without even knowing what the future holds for the remainder of this year and beyond. Crazy. It's insane that they even tried to like pacify people with this. Like I said, y'all keep going to them channels and telling them they're doing a great job, and I like it. Keep gassing them up. I don't need nobody to confirm what I'm saying. So y'all could say resist. Oh, you're full of shit. We'll see. Like I said, when the dust settles, we'll see. Infant Goldie, $2 super chat. Keep it up, Ego. Keep your foot on this man fan's neck. We got this one. Trust me. And then that's the other thing I never understood about this. Y'all don't, on the internet, y'all don't even know who you're getting information from. You get what I'm saying? Like me, okay, I can understand. Like I do live, so people get to see me. People have met me at fights. I've been featured on other channels, DBN and the Boxing Voice, you know. So I've done interviews. Like I got people that can vouch for me. Plus I've been doing it long. Some of these motherfuckers, I don't even know when their channels even emerged. I don't know who the fuck they are. We don't know nothing about them. We don't know what they look like. You know what I'm saying? They can have them dingy ass British teeth or whatever, right? We don't know nothing about them. We don't know where they're from, nothing, their background, and y'all just be buying it. Y'all just be, oh yeah, this channel, okay. Keep riding with that. And then you see them on camera, motherfuckers look like Austin Powers and shit. Yeah, y'all shut house. Like, damn, I didn't know you looked like that. I wouldn't have been listening to you and shit. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, I need my mojo. Like, who the fuck are you? I didn't know you look like Michael Myers and shit. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, yo, yellow tooth, Mr. Bean looking motherfucker. Who are you? You look like Rowan Atkinson, motherfucker. You Mr. Bean and all them. Austin Powers. You got them dingy ass. Brush your teeth, dirtbag. Who the fuck are you? Nah, I'm not talking about no specific channel. I'm just saying there's channels out there and you don't even know who the fuck they are. I'm not saying nobody specific. I'm just saying, who the fuck is it? They could look like Austin Powers and the spy who shagged me and shit. Ego, you out of control? Alright. Whatever. No, I'm just saying, like, okay, Michelle Joy Phelps, she does a good job. She's working with World Boxing Super Series. She's pretty. She's intelligent. She works hard. People know her. You can see her. You go to a fight, people are signing autographs with her and shit. She has a verified page. You know, she's well represented. But then these other motherfuckers with, like I said, they got them wooden teeth. Them didn't George Washington have wooden teeth? They got the fucking scroll wig and shit. Hear ye. Like, shut your hear ye ass up and brush your teeth. You got them wooden ass Austin Powers teeth. Fuck you mean? Who throws a shoe? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. You eat spotted dick. Shut the fuck up. Go eat some tea and crumpet before you get your face mushed. Sick of these dudes, man. Motherfuckers' breath smell like salamander and trying to tell OGs in the game what the fuck is going on. Like, don't, man, stop it. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. This ain't what you want. Who throws a shoe? Honestly, this is not what you want. Trust me. If you got wooden teeth, you're not on my level. You gonna get roasted. If your teeth look like Jenga pieces, you're not fucking with me. Y'all tripping. Blue Blood Sports TV, salute, bro. Late night grinding, keep that fire. Man, you guys is getting, this is that triangle offense. Everybody in America is on your ass, and we bigger. So it's just something you got to deal with. It's something you got to deal with. The world knows what it is with this whole situation. But shout out to you, Blue Blood. Yeah, I'm sick of these gold member motherfuckers. Always trying to act all pompous. Who throws a shoe? Use a shoehorn to put their shoes on. Just put your shoes on. Fight like a man. Like, just put your shoes on. You don't have to use no shoehorn. Trying to correct me and be all proper. Who puts their shoe on without a shoehorn? Like, I do. I don't use no shoehorn and shit. I just wedge them. I don't even untie the shit. I just smash them on my fucking feet. What y'all talking about, man? And that's the worst thing about it. People always want to police some shit. Someone's like, oh, you spelled Wembley wrong. I don't give a fuck. So you're not going to argue none of the points I brought up in a 10-minute video. You're going to talk about how I spelled Wembley wrong? Like, really? Really? All the videos you do, sometimes you bound to make a mistake. That's like you texting somebody. You might make a mistake and put the wrong format or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes getting bodied, man. Of course they always deflecting. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I gotta make a call. I love y'all. Y'all the realest Eagles Army gang. West Side. I know they mad because they got wooden teeth. They got them dingy ass teeth. I'm talking about the old media with the wooden teeth. You know what I mean? Or they work in a cubicle hating because they not self-made. See, we get the hate from all angles. The motherfuckers with wooden teeth, the people who work in a cubicle and then complaining because other people just went out there and got it and they living their best life. The black channels. Like, black channels ain't got nothing to do with them wooden teeth. That's what I know. Teeth looking like a picket fence. And them George Washington ass teeth. And we ain't talking George Washington Carver, the one that made the peanut butter, the black one. We talking about George Washington with the white hair. Didn't they amputate his leg? We about to amputate all y'all legs when we ride. It's going down. Somebody said hockey stick teeth. That's what I'm saying, man. If you don't get some Oral-B extra quick light, I'm just saying, y'all don't know who y'all talking to and shit. And then you see him and it look like a motherfucker on currency and shit. Like, this is the motherfucker you was listening to? Look like you on a $3 bill. Fake ass president. Hey. I told you it's that new shit. That new media shit. Y'all, Eagles Army about to feel this. Sweet Science said, oh, crackhead ass tooth messed up. Having ass. Get him out. I'm telling y'all. Get him out of here. Because we going to embarrass y'all. Because y'all already embarrassing yourselves. Wilder. Like, you don't even know what to say. He's at the contract. Why is he signing the contract? Who is going to sign a contract for April of next year? I know motherfuckers that have a baby and don't even have the baby name now. And their baby's going to be due here soon. Listen, the average pregnancy or the standard pregnancy is 9 months. I know some people that don't even come up with the actual baby's name until closer to the baby being born. Right? They're still, you know what I mean, sifting through possible names. That's a baby. That baby's stuck with that name for life. That baby's stuck with that name. And the parents procrastinating on the baby name. I said the parents procrastinating on the baby name. But this far in advance, y'all want Wilder 9 months premature from the actual Wembley date. You want him to sign a contract. And it was a lowball contract, just like the first offer. You dudes are getting killed. Listen, I brought this up a while ago. Let's talk about it. The first offer was publicized, $12.5 million flat. Wilder, they didn't respond, but they responded. Eddie Hearn said they didn't respond, but they didn't respond directly, like say, hey, fuck that offer. They responded in the form of countering the offer with $50 million, which Joshua turned down, right? Then they improved the offer by $2.5 million, which is a publicized $15 million. So once again, I'm going to reiterate the same point for my new viewers. How is it the offer from 12.5 flat only went up by $2.5 million, right? 12.5 plus 2.5 is a 15 million, which is their last offer. But then Eddie Hearn talks so much that he offered Wilder after that point $5 million to fight anybody not named Joshua or Povetkin, fighter of his choice on DAZN, and then the 15 million was still good for April. So now all of a sudden, for 2 fights, you could come up with $20 million because you want Wilder to catapult your DAZN app, which you're struggling to probably get American names to sign based on how this whole situation is handled. So how come your improved offer couldn't have been $5 million from the first one, which would have made it $20 million instead of 15? You know, or 7. It would have been 17.5 from the 12.5. But the whole point being is, how do you offer Wilder a 2-fight deal? You say, I'll give you $5 million more, which is more than you'll make fighting whoever. I'll give you $5 million to fight on DAZN. So why couldn't you add $5 million to the first offer, making it almost $20 million, 17.5? And then here's another thing. You got a $1 billion app. Broner said, nope. Man, you know. Ain't Barry. Like he said, I'm not signing with Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn. He said no and put you on blast. Errol Spence pretty much said the same thing. He said he don't need Aram, Eddie Hearn, or De La Hoya. He don't need no promoter. Charlos, I ain't heard nothing about that. Gervonta just said Al Heyman's the greatest on Instagram a couple of days ago, and he said something good about Floyd Mayweather. So you have $1 billion for this app, and you plan to put a massive Joshua Wilder fight on this app, most likely, because you're trying to put the Povetkin fight, at least for the U.S., on this. Why can't you break more bread? Explain that to me. You have $1 billion. You haven't been able to get, he even admitted this, that he hasn't been able to get any marquee names, that many marquee names. He's like, oh, we don't want too many. We're looking for, a good 3 to 5, blah, 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 right? You got $1 billion. You haven't been able to sign the biggest names out that are free agents, like Errol Spence, like Broner, like the Charlos, like Gervonta. And you really want to lure Wilder in there. Why couldn't you provide more money? You got $1 billion and you haven't been able to spend it on high profile name. You might have spent it on some, like Gabe Rosado or, some guys that were out of contract, that Chavez Jr. or somebody, but you haven't been able to spend it like on a fighter that, like a high profile fighter. So how come you can't offer more than 17.5 to that man for a big fight like this, if you were to give a flat rate? Because Eddie Hearn knows the more money you offer that man, the more like paper he's gonna make with that flat rate, the more inclined he would be to take it without any delay. Like if you say, hey, we'll give you 29 million flat, he'll probably take it, because win, lose, or draw, no matter how well the event does or bad, that's not a bad gamble. That's $30 million basically. And Eddie Hearn knows this. That's why he went up in a small increment. He went from 12.5 to 15. And I ain't never seen nothing like, let's keep the fight. Let's keep the fight in the low. Listen, this is embarrassing. I just thought of something. I could keep going. We're not done. Like Swiss Beat says, we're not done. If y'all want me to keep going, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I just thought of something great. I just thought of a great point. All right. Promoter, main events, Kathy Duva. I talked to her specifically before Ward and Kovalev fought. She was in Oakland. Sergey Kovalev came to Andre Ward fight week because he was scoping and scouting. Shout out to Jay Guapo, $2 super chat. Right? I got an email, said they're doing a round table with Kovalev. So I went there because it was in Oakland, my backyard. So I went there, right? Kathy Duva, head of main events. She was there. Kovalev was there. We interviewed him. I have the interview. This was before Ward Kovalev 1 or 2. This one, Kovalev, it was like a said thing that Kovalev and Ward would be fighting. So naturally, Kovalev wants to see how Ward's looking at light heavyweight, right? So it was like the Sullivan-Barrera fight, I believe, right? Everybody with me so far? I don't want to get anyone lost because this is probably the last thing and I'm going to get out of here. So, Kathy Duva, main events, who represents Kovalev to this day. This was when Ward was first moving to light heavyweight and they wanted to see how he was looking, like scope the competition, because everybody knew they were going to fight. Since it was still premature and Ward had up to two tune-up fights before he had to fight Kovalev per the HBO multi-fight deal, right? Gang, gang. I have an interview with Kathy Duva, and it was at this time it was unknown where Kovalev Ward would be staged. Do you all want to know what she told me? I said, hey, do you have any suggestions or ideas? I interviewed her. I said, Kathy, do you have any suggestions or ideas where Ward or Kovalev would take place? It's a fun fight, fan-friendly fight. People are anticipating this fight. Do you have any ideas of where you might want to stage it? Do you want to know what Kathy Duva told me on tape, which I'm going to find that? I already know where it's at on my computer. Do you want to know what Kathy Duva told me? If y'all want to know, can I get a hell yeah? I said, where are you putting Ward Kovalev 1? I don't know if there's a lag or y'all don't want to hear it. Okay, now we getting somewhere. I said, Duva, where are you putting Ward Kovalev 1? Any suggestions, any ideas? She says there's different places we're looking at. Places like New York and Las Vegas are the two leaders for Ward Kovalev 1. but whatever makes the most money, that's where we'll stage it. That's what Kathy Duva, a promoter, longtime promoter, told me regarding a then big fight in the boxing world, Ward Kovalev. She said, we're looking at different, she always does this like weird laugh in the middle. Like, she's like, we're looking at different places like New York and Las Vegas, wherever it makes the most money. It's, I don't know if it's a nervous laugh or whatever, but she does it, right? Shout out to Kathy Duva. She says, we'll stage Ward Kovalev wherever it makes the most money. So relating, fast forward to the future. I know that's a different promoter, but that's a promoter admitting wherever we're going to make the most money is where this fight will be held. Right? Then you have a promoter in Joshua or Eddie Hearn representing Joshua, and they're telling you, and mind you, this is the perfect example because Kovalev was the multiple belt champion. He was a unified champion. So he was the guy that Ward had no belts because he was new in the division. So Wilder has one belt. Joshua has all the remaining belts. Ward had no belts, but just the name and resume, and people knew who he is. And Kovalev had all the belts except for, I think, Stevenson's belt, WBC belt, right? Kathy Duva said wherever it makes the most money. And her fighters from Russia. Fast forward to this Joshua situation. They're admitting that this fight would generate more money in the United States of fucking America, right? They're admitting this and saying we are willing to lose set amount of dollars just to have home court advantage and give to the people and have the history in our you know what I mean, on our turf or whatever. That's crazy. Because we just talked to American promoter Kathy Duva, or I did, and she said we're gonna put Ward Kovalev. We're looking at New York. We're looking at Vegas. But to be honest, it's wherever it makes the most money. Wherever it makes the most money makes the most sense. But then you have Eddie Hearn confirming, just like Winkle, Finkel, Dinkle, and Wilder, that the money is in America, and a $50 million here, and it's just a bigger opportunity for a big fight to generate more money out here. You have Eddie Hearn confirming that, and he's telling you we're not going to stage the fight where it makes the most money. So clearly there's some ulterior motives there. You know what I'm saying? And I think the DAZN shit has a lot to do with it. The DAZN shit has a lot, because now you got, if people give you $1 billion for kind of a startup app, I say it's a startup even though it had like history with other sports. The boxing side is unproven. The Bellator side is unproven. You know what I mean? World Boxing Super Series is great, but those aren't like, I know some people who are moderate boxing fans, they're more excited over Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Robert Easter versus Mikey Garcia than any fight on the World Boxing Super Series. No disrespect, not saying that any of the fights won't be better, like Murat Gassiev and Usyk. Maybe it's better than one of those fights, but I'm just talking about mainstream versus not so mainstream. Right? So, put that in your pipe and smoke it. A promoter told me on tape before the Kovalev Ward first fight, we're gonna really stage it where it makes the most sense. Which is, she said, what basically where it makes the most money. Then you have Eddie Hearn, a promoter in the UK, who's saying, hey, we told our fighter not to take 50 million. We never asked for proof of funds, but we told him to take less money and not stage this where it makes the most money. We'll do it in a place that it makes good money, but not as much money. Never heard anyone do that in boxing. See, the logistics don't make sense. Do you think if Floyd Mayweather could fight in Ireland and there was a guaranteed way that the fight does 600 million, you know what I mean, and it does more than Vegas, you don't think Floyd would go to Ireland to fight Conor McGregor? You get what I'm saying? You don't think he would go to Ireland if there's a way to prove that, like, if Ireland came up and said, hey, we'll give you a 200 million guarantee, and we know for a fact you'll make 50-50, and it'll be, actually they'd have to make a higher guarantee. Let's just say they said there's a $400 million guarantee, and then we know you'll make 200 on the back end. You'll get 600 million right now, which is way more than Vegas, because he didn't make 600 million versus that. You don't think Floyd will fight Conor McGregor there? Come on. And see, these analogies are too pristine, because you can't say like, oh, Ward didn't have a belt. Kovalev was the champion, so therefore they both had respected names. And Kovalev, you know what I mean? You could even argue he was the A side just because he came with the hardware. He had multiple belts. He had all the belts except for Adonis's belt. You get what I'm saying? And he beat Bernard Hopkins, so he had a good resume. Beat Pascal twice via knockout both times in Pascal's backyard. So Kovalev highly respected. They still gave Ward the West Coast advantage. And Duva said, we're going to put this fight where it makes the most money for everybody. Eddie Hearn's admitting that the UK makes less money for a fight of this magnitude. And he even said on Twitter, which he keeps incriminating himself by talking more and more, he said the fight only will do 40 to 60 million in the UK, more like 40 to 60, which you don't know because it's just an estimate. But according to his estimate, he's saying 40 to 60, right? So you're admitting that it'll make less. So basically, you think in the UK the whole event generates maybe 10 million more than what they offered Joshua only. That's insane. They offered Joshua a 50 million guarantee, and from your projection in the UK, you think the event only does 40 to 60 million. So at its peak, according to your estimate, the whole event does 10 million more than what Joshua was guaranteed to get fighting in America. And you told him not to do it. Get these bums out of here. All you man fans, you guys are drowning. You guys are drowning. I've never heard of a situation like that. So what's 50 into 60 million? What percentage is that? Was that 90%? Somebody do the math. I don't feel like thinking. I've been streaming so long. What percentage is 50 into 60? Where are my math wizards? No math wizards? We all dumb as fuck? So it's 85. Okay, so he said approximately 85. I said 90. I was a little high. All right. So basically, America offered in the guarantee only offered roughly 85 to 90%. So basically, Joshua's guarantee is roughly 85 to 90% of what the whole event will do in the UK, using Eddie Hearn's projection for what he thinks the fight will do. That's unheard of. I've never heard of a situation quite like this in boxing history. Never once have I heard that. Put the fight in the area that makes the least money. So America is willing to give your fighter pretty much 85 to 90% of what you feel the fight makes in the UK with just his guarantee. I'm gonna show you this last time, and then I'm getting out of here. Oh, actually, I'm mistaken. See, this is crazy. It's even worse for y'all. Here's the tweet. Eddie Hearn says it's more. The guy asked a question about this guy says, could you answer this? For a fight that could bring in 100 million, who gets the other 85 million if Wilder agrees to 15 million? Eddie Hearn, and he tagged him. He says it's more like 40 to 50 million in the UK, and obviously AJ would get the surplus. So let's put this back in perspective. According to Eddie Hearn, and he did an interview with Fight Hype, he said he loves his numbers and he's usually dead on. He thinks the fight does 40 to 50%, right? Or 40 to 50 million. They offered you that alone just for Joshua's guarantee. So you could get 100% of what you think the max profit is for this fight in the UK. You could get 100% of that with Joshua's purse only, not including Wilder's purse, not including what Joshua will make on the back end, and you still turn that down. That is insane. I didn't even think of it like that. Once again, he said, basically he's saying in the verified account, he believes Joshua Wilder does 40 to 50 million in the UK. So America offered you 50 million. So Joshua's American purse would be the amount that the whole event will do in the UK. And then now you're talking all, see, now that it draws questions to this whole A-side thing. You're like, oh, AJ sells 90,000 seats and stuff. That's great. But what numbers are we talking about? They offered you 50 million, which would have been what the whole event can gross in the UK, according to your own projection. And you also said 40 to 50 million. So I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but 50 minus 40 is 10. So you believe the whole event might possibly... Hey, someone got to take Eddie Hearn's phone. They got to take his phone and not put a microphone in front of him right now, because it's not making sense. You said in the UK, Joshua Wilder does 40 to 50 million. It's on your verified account. They offered you 50 million just for the base guaranteed purse. So on the low side of your spectrum, your own spectrum, you think they offered you in America $10 million more than this whole event might generate in the UK. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. You said 40 to 50. So on the low side of your spectrum, he would be getting more in the guarantee than the whole event would do, Joshua Wilder would do at Wembley with all the profit. That's insane. I'm out. Make that make sense. I just showed you everything. So I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Y'all know what it is. Let's see them explain themselves out of these points. How you gonna turn down $50 million? So that's at its low point, even at Wembley, with all them people, 100,000 capacity, whatever, you say it's $40 million. So the American guarantee, you're already losing 10 million just off of that. If it does the low side of your spectrum, that's just 10 million off top. Not to mention 50% of the back end money. Wow. Cash is king. Man, you keep blocking tough questions. I didn't block anybody. I didn't even have my hand on the mouse of my computer. Lying through his Maya's out of pocket. Wow. Man, fuck Wolf Tank. He wasn't talking about that. He didn't ask no tough question. He got bodied in the hot seat. Hey, block Cash is king. Block Cash is king. I think it is Wolf Tank. Because you the only... Wolf Tank got blocked like an hour ago. And you the only one talking about him. Block Cash is king. Thank you. I'm out. I don't got time for these suckers. Tell them to catch up. These dudes can't even answer a simple question. They think they can beat me? Shout out to my shooter. Shout out to Eagle Army. We working. Peace out.